start a podcast because that's what the cool kids do.
Right? Why wouldn't we do that? I was like, oh my God.
Welcome to Boots on the Ground. I'm Yann, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host here, Abby Hopper. We kept a secret in the bag, but here you are. We're both sitting quasi or thematically sitting on the beach. And, what better way to let the solar and storage and the energy industry know that we've got a few things to say than start a podcast, because that's what the cool kids do.
Right? Why wouldn't we do that? No, Yann, you and I text each other all the time, I think probably each from our beach chair, and decided it would be fun to, talk in person, as close as this is to person, and then, see what other people have to say about what we have to say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I remember the text you sent me in November saying you were putting down, the baton and passing it on. And, since then we've been toying with this idea and we're heading into the second half of the year. I stepped down from my role and now we're sitting here ready to launch Boots on the Ground. But, obviously Boots on the Ground is one of those buzzwords in solar that we all know and love. Also what makes the industry go round, whether it's boots on the ground in DC or boots on the ground in the field, or the boots on the ground in finance offices or legal offices. There's just so much to talk about. But why are we doing this? What is the purpose of boots on the ground?
For me, it's so that I can buy a lot of new pairs of boots and really feel like I'm staying on brand. So that's one reason. Second reason is there's so much happening. I don't know about how you feel, but I feel like since I've had a moment to step away from the CEO role, I've actually had more capacity to dig into and understand and talk to people about what's happening out on the ground. And it is infinitely fascinating and it's moving really quickly. And, as someone who spent a ton of time with not a huge capacity for reading every article, I have a little bit more capacity for that now. Look at the service we're going to do to people, right? We can cut to the chase, be here are the things you need to know. And here's Yann and Abby's take on it.
That's right. We both listen to some similar podcasts, that cover other spaces, but solar is just so intertwined with the headlines. I mean, as we see, with 232 or new Congress or message of the week, there's just so much going on. We're heading into primary season. I looked, the last time you and I did a podcast together was the day after the elections in 2020.
No way. That was the last time?
That was the last time we did one together on stage in New Jersey, actually.
Oh, I remember that.
That was the last time I did a podcast, Abby.
Listen, I had an assistant then who was a lot younger. And remember you were I don't remember where your event happened, but her plan was that I would get to the station in Newark or Trenton, wherever you were, and that I would walk 20 blocks to your event. And I was like, oh man, I love you. I am not walking 20 blocks to anybody's event.
Good thing for Uber. But logistically, weekly podcast, we'll dive into really the headlines, the intersection between the business news of solar storage and the energy space. I'm sure there's plenty of things. We'll talk about data centers. We're inviting the dog. And then we're certainly going to talk about what's happening in DC. The listeners that don't know, Abby was CEO of SEIA for almost 10 years. Before that, made sure that wind turbines would get installed across the oceans. You've got the pulse of DC somewhat at your fingertips. And so we'll try to make sense of everything that's going on in this Congress, the next Congress. Let's see how that plays out.
Yeah, and the 33 governor's races across the country in November.
Are those important?
I mean, only if you care about the future of our industry.
Yeah. Our first episode is going to launch on Tuesday, the 25th. And so we hope all of you listening here will subscribe to your podcasts here on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Let us know what you think and send in your question. We'll put something in the show notes about where to send it to.
Yann, this is going to be so fun. I can't wait to do this with you.
It's going to be great. This has been a long time coming and excited to get this show on the road, boots on the ground, coming to a podcast near you.
Excellent. Stay tuned, everyone.